Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about me. We're talking about a life update. So I was a Relo here from Chicago, and so I like to do life updates of things that I both liked about Northwest Arkansas, some things that are things that I've noticed, and some things that have drastically changed the last couple, like half a year or a year, that maybe you'd want to know about before you move here. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like and share this video with a friend or family, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas, obviously. So liking and also sharing, make sure that everyone can live, work, and play all in NWA. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. If you are coming down from Northwest Arkansas, definitely let me know. I'll put you on the calendar. We'll meet up for coffee. We'll check out some homes for rent, check out some homes for sale, and just kind of make sure we can talk about all the reasons why I chose to move to Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, and why it's the #1 place to live in America by far. And if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Springdale? What's going on in Fayetteville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? All the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas. Boop, 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 boop. Package, ship right to your home. Right to your home. Let me know the information below. Name, address. Where am I shipping this package to? Where's this package going to? Let me know all the information below. I'll make sure that get that package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite 4-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. I make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. All right, so the first thing we need to mention when it comes to the whole life update thing is kind of the backstory of me and why I make these updates. So I'm a Relo from Chicago, Illinois. I moved here in mid-2020, and I was a real estate broker up in Chicago for many years. My parents owned a real estate brokerage. I moved my license down here, and so that's what I've been doing. So they gave me an opportunity to buy the brokerage up there. I said no because Illinois is a dumpster fire state, and I said, hey, I want to move to somewhere else in America. And I went through everything. I went from Tennessee to Kentucky to Alabama, Huntsville. I went to Colorado, Golden. I went to Phoenix, Idaho, Montana, all the places. And some of the criteria I was looking for were like, I wanted better housing, better taxes, growing area, industry. I wanted mountains. And then I also just wanted a, kind of up and coming place, so to speak, like something that's coming on the map. And so a lot of those places interest me. A lot of them were unaffordable. A lot of them were still colder, and I wanted warmer because coming from Chicago, why would I go colder? But there's one special place in America called NWA, aka Northwest Arkansas, and I ended up landing right here. And so I did a lot of research with NWA. I read the 2040 plans that map this whole area out till 2040. I read about the Northwest Arkansas Council. We have some of the biggest companies in the world here: Walmart, JB Hunt, Tyson. And so beyond that, we have the University of Arkansas, plus all the mid-sized companies that have moved here, plus all the small companies that have been built up here, plus all the investment firms that have come here, plus, so it's just been crazy amount of stuff that's happened in Northwest Arkansas, and that's why I chose this place versus all the other places in America. So the first thing I noticed when it comes to life updates, and this is kind of more of a common theme around here. Now this is be specific to my experience coming from Chicago to here. Maybe if you're coming from a different location, it might be radically different. I'm not sure. But one thing is important to me is that my dollar still goes farther. And that's one thing that I really banked hard in this area, is that if you're in Chicago and other places in America, and with inflation, all the things that are happening, of course, your dollar doesn't go as far because you're usually in a higher taxed area. Now, one thing about Northwest Arkansas specifically is that your dollar just goes farther. And so I paid astronomical taxes in Illinois. So tired of it, and I moved here, and my dollar goes farther here versus many other places in America. So I appreciate that, and I can definitely see that in my bottom line when it comes to budgeting all the different stuff around America, honestly. And the third thing when it comes to life updates and things that I've noticed while moving here to Northwest Arkansas, and this is I would consider personal, maybe this might be a different experience for you, but I am more willing to do things because of the closeness factor of the area. Now, I've had a lot of clients that have moved here, obviously because of real estate. I've had a lot of clients that moved here, and part of the reason they're moving here as well, and this is a common trend between me and other people, is that, we're coming from bigger cities, or even sometimes in the country, for instance, it just takes so long to do things. Like, let's say you came from Orange County, California, for instance. It just takes so long to get in your car, drive, get something, get into traffic, the whole thing, even sometimes hit tollways, etc., and then come back. You're like, nuts to that. That's annoying. So you end up coming to Northwest Arkansas, and you can do things faster here. You can go to see a concert in Walmart and Rogers in 20 minutes, almost no matter where you land up in Northwest Arkansas. Get there, enjoy the concert, drive back. That was crazy in Chicago because it would probably take you an hour. Parking would be horrendous. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg to park over there. The concert's going to be expensive. It's going to be annoying to get out of there and then get back home. You're exhausted. It's annoying. And so that's one of the perks of Northwest Arkansas is that you can find anything within a very close distance and then just go do the thing. And that was one of the perks of moving here that I was really banking on and has come true for me. It's just like I just am more willing to do things because of the closeness factor. Whoa, before I jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area and using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, name, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Let me know all of your information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? When is First Fridays? That's more obvious. When is First Thursdays? That's more obvious. What is going on in Pinnacle? What new businesses are moving here? What are all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas? Every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all those different things. Enter your name, email below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday. Also, side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And number 4 of a kind of a life update kind of thing that I noticed while moving here to Northwest Arkansas, and this is very specific to me moving from Chicago, is that people are way more respectable and also way more, let's just say, nicer here than most parts of America. And over like time after time after time, like I thought it was a me thing at first, and I was like, well, maybe it's just, but no. So many clients that have moved here have said the exact same thing, whether it's an example of someone giving something or helping hand or talking longer or introducing themselves, whatever the case is, just so much nicer in general than most parts of America. I'm sure there's nicer parts than here, but for instance, like so many people coming here have just noticed how nice the people are. And it's not people that are originally here. That's the interesting thing. It's not people originally from here that are nice. It's also the relos and other people that moved from Texas and California and Illinois and Florida and other parts of America that just want to make a community and we want to be nicer, want to develop something that we want to either raise kids in or be part of or grow with, whatever the case is. And so that's why we're just like, wow, like it's just like this. Niceness breeds niceness. And as the saying goes, like hurt people. And that's the one thing around here is like nice people make nice people. And so when you get here, you're like, wow, these people are nice. I should be nice. And so it's a really interesting concept that I've seen flourish around here that I didn't really expect. And number 5 of it, kind of a life update, kind of cool thing has happened in Northwest Arkansas. This like being here the last couple of years or so. And this has been a little bit of a different thing for me. And I guess it's probably very location based. In Chicagoland area, and maybe this doesn't pertain to you and maybe hopefully it doesn't, but maybe it does, is that it was a very down area. High taxes, not a whole lot, even in Chicago, not a lot to do because it takes so long to get places. Everywhere you go is taxed regardless whether it's tollways or parking lots or sales tax, whatever the case is, everything's taxed. So you just kind of like, ugh. And then on top of that, it's cold majority of the year. So you're kind of stuck inside so the area is very meh. But living in Northwest Arkansas, it's a very forward-thinking area. There's a lot of businesses that moved here. A lot of people are entrepreneurs. They own their own businesses. They have high, interesting jobs. They're forward-thinking. They moved here for a purpose. And so when you have a lot of people that moved here for a purpose and a reason, it's just so different when they're stuck somewhere. Like I'm stuck in a place. And so your attitude changes, your view on life changes, the friendships you make change, you surround yourself with different people that are forward thinking. And that has been a big change versus coming from Chicagoland area, which everyone knows in 6 months, you're gonna be stuck inside for 6 months. Just get used to it. You're probably not gonna do much. You can't do much because of these different reasons, whatever the case is. And so maybe that's not specific to you. Maybe you come from a different part of America. But regardless of the fact that Northwest Arkansas is a very forward-thinking area versus other parts of America. And the 6th and final thing of kind of a life update when it comes to Northwest Arkansas specifically, like moving here. And this is kind of a summary of the whole kit and caboodle. That's a very Minnesotan thing right there. But so the whole thing about it is that it's great to see a community work together and make something. Now, what I mean by that, and this kind of is a little dovetail off of my previous point, is the fact that in other places of America, like I've met so many people that will just do things out of the kindness of their heart here versus other places in America. And my natural bend is what's like if they were doing the favor for me, it's like there's something in it for them. And like it's almost like they want, like if it was in Chicago, it's like there's strings attached to everything whenever you're doing stuff. And it seems that the most part for here, that is not the case. So it's just weird to be in a place where people are so nice and will do. I'm not saying that they're going to like give you $100,000 or whatever the crazy. Like, I'm not saying crazy things. I'm just saying like they're genuinely just nicer and better people. And it's not, like I said before, it's not necessarily because like they were born up here in Southern hospitality. It's more of just like people have moved here and like they are giving back because of what Northwest Arkansas has given to them. And I think that's the best way to explain that, is that the area is giving so much to people, whether it's like in mountain biking or new communities, or if it's rock climbing or being outdoors more, or new businesses or new jobs or new community centers or new trail systems, or just the lush environment or the weather, whatever the case is, it's just a better, less taxes, better housing. I mean, go on and on. But the area is given so much to people that they're like, I think I just need to give back because I can. And that's been just a thing you can't quantify. You can't put on a spreadsheet necessarily, but it's just so interesting seeing that happen in real life, in real time, in real life. And that's been probably the most fascinating thing living here. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're a venturer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it and use it when you get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you a $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar would go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you next one.